Hello, everyone, and happy Wednesday. I hope everyone is doing good today. We made it to the hump. Lord willing, we will make it past the hump and have a blessed and beautiful Wednesday. It is still early in the day, so we already want to claim that we are going to have a good day. Speak it over your life, speak it over yourself, speak success, speak blessings, speak accomplished goals over yourself today. Of course, I'm coming to y'all with another inspirational message of the day. There's so many things that I want to speak to you guys about. I am inspired today just by so many things. 1,000,001 things have been going through my mind. I just had to calm my spirit, calm my mind. I just felt myself getting so excited and so just enlightened off of everything that I am working hard towards, squashing some of my goals and relaying messages over to you guys. I wanted to talk to y'all about, reaping the rewards and the benefits of everything that you will do, everything that you will work hard towards, every goal, every challenge, everything that you will that you have set into place to try to move forward to living a happier and healthier you. Had the happy new you goals that we have set into place. I was thinking about my goals and just like 10 goals a week. We can accomplish maybe work on 2 goals a day, not very demanding. Take 20 or 30 minutes out of your day to work on one goal. Go about your normal regular routine throughout your day, and then set another half an hour or 20 minutes to the side to accomplish or just focus on another one of your goals that you have that you already have written down on your list, or if you want to add something to or take something from the list. But it is just so important to work on establishing a happier new you, and it fills your spirit full of joy when you know that you are working towards something to better yourself. Setting goals literally makes you happier, itself. Just knowing that you have something set into place that is going to have a reward at the end of it, for you. So it is so important. This goal challenge is something that is so very important for us to do, just working towards a happier and better you. And the rewards are so great, even working towards it before you even accomplish your goal. The rewards in it are so great, even if it's not necessarily a physical reward, someone actually putting something in your hand and saying thank you, here you go, here's a reward for you, putting forth effort. Just like the fruits of the spirit, happiness, joy, peace. When you find yourself being at peace with a certain situation that you have had trouble with finding peace with for so many years, and you say that's something that you put on your list of goals that you want to accomplish for yourself. I have to heal from this situation. I have to find peace with this situation. I have to forgive this person. You could put forgiveness as one of your goals. Someone you may have been holding resentment to for so many years. You can say, you know what? My goal is to work on forgiving this person, because forgiveness is not for you. And I know we hear it all the time, and somebody posted a meme on Facebook and said forgive and forget, and then scratched out forgive and scratched out forget, and then at the bottom it said F that and F you. So sometimes people get the attitude no, I ain't forgiving you, I'm gonna hate you for the rest of your life, or for the rest of my life, or whatever. Well, you actually setting yourself up for failure for the rest of your life, because when you forgive someone, you are actually setting yourself free. You are releasing and letting go and making room for the things that God wants you to have. Forgiveness is not, letting the person get away with doing whatever they did to you, or, one day I'm going to get you back. You just wait and see, and I ain't never going to forgive you. You doing that is only going to ultimately, it's going to damage your spirit, and it's going to allow you to hold on to suffering and pain, and it's going to spew over onto different relationships and things in your life. It's not going to end there. So forgiveness is just something good all around the board. You can forgive somebody and they don't even know that they're forgiven. You can forgive someone for something that they have done to harm you, and you don't even have to tell them. You could just say in your mind, you are forgiven. That's it. You don't ever even have to speak to them ever again. You don't have to tell them. You could just let go of that bitterness, that anger, that resentment, that, that feeling of anger that just builds up inside of you every time you see that person, and they know what they did to me, and you better not say nothing to me, and all of that kind of stuff. When you see that person, you can pray for them, and you can smile, and you can make room for love and joy and happiness, and you can go enjoy yourself and your time with someone who didn't do something to make you feel harshly about them or whatever. Someone who you really enjoy. If you don't enjoy that person so much, and ain't saying go hang around them or go have a cocktail with them. You ain't got to do none of that. You can move on with your life without even saying, listen, I forgive you. You don't even have to say that. I have forgiven so many people in my heart and in my spirit, and I have never once uttered those words to them. They don't even know that they're forgiven. One person asked me, was I trying to kill them? I'm like, what? That just really tickled me. I'm like, trying to kill you for what? Because they know that they did something to harm me, but little did they know that they were absolutely forgiven. You are forgiven. You don't have to sleep with one eye open when you around me. You don't have to do none of that, because I forgive you. I don't hold any kind of resentment, and it's a process. Some people have done some pretty harsh things to me, even my own flesh and blood. I had to forgive them. People who are not even here on this earth anymore. I had to forgive them for allowing things to happen to me and for doing things to cause harm to me that I had to heal from. But that forgiveness was not for them. That forgiveness was for me, and I feel so good. People have done things to harm other people, people that I love, and it hurted me so much to the core that I felt bitterness every time I, imagine the pain and suffering that they caused on someone else that I love. I always had this issue with my twin sister. She's like a big old softie. She is just full of love and everything that is lovable. But she always, it seemed like she let people get away with too much without, defending herself, and it made me so angry. I felt like I had to jump up to her defense because I felt like she never defended herself, and I was always the one cursing somebody out for her, jumping in somebody's face, leave my twin sister alone. And this went on for years, even when we became adults. I just felt like I had to defend my twin sister, and I had to learn how to say, if she's not going to, she has to learn how to stand up for herself. I can't, and it was like bitterness between me and other people, and not even necessarily for things that they done directly to me. It was for things that they did to her. So, I had to release those kind of things. I can't, be bitter in my spirit for anyone or anything. I just don't want that bitterness inside of me. Some people out there that don't like me, that may never like me, that will hate me. I'm not everybody's cup of tea, and I accept that wholeheartedly, but when I get around you, I'll smile. And if you're going through something, I'm going to pray for you. Or if you need some help, I'm going to still help you. It don't matter who it is, because I don't do that for them. I do that for me, just so, I know, sometimes I reassure myself. I know some of the things that a lot of people did for me. I didn't forget. I have a very vivid memory. I remember things all the way back to when I was a young child, like in detail. And my sister, sometimes when I have conversations with her, she be like, Dad, how you remember that? I'm like, how you don't? So it's like, there's nothing wrong with my memory. Like, I know everything that everyone did to hurt me, down to the smallest thing. I just remember everything. I don't know if you ever heard the saying that the elephants have a very vivid memory, or somebody say you got the memory of an elephant. Elephants do have a very vivid memory because they make their way through the jungle and back through different seasons, and they got to remember the path that they took to get there, and they had to take that same path back where they can stop and drink water so they won't die of dehydration, and they go the ways of the fruit trees so they can be nourished, and they can nourish their young, and they can nourish their old, and they remember those paths. And there's thousands of miles of paths that elephants travel through the seasons. They can't stay in a certain part of the desert during the dry season when all the lakes and stuff dry up and there's no water for them to drink. They will die there. So they have to make their way all the way through where they could be nourished, and then they had to come back. And this is hundreds of thousands of miles, and elephants remember every step of the way, and they pass it on to their children. And say if the oldest elephant died, and they take the baby elephant, and the baby elephant remembers, and they teach them. And elephants, they just have a very vivid memory, and that's the kind of memory I have. But even with that memory, I still never hold animosity towards anyone for anything that they ever done for me. They are completely forgiven, and I did that for myself. Sometimes, I still have to remind myself I have to forgive, because we have to be forgiven, and that's a process of healing too. That's when you can let go, release, and live freely. We want to be free in every area of our life. We want to be free in our finances. We want to be free, and we want to be free in our spirit, free with peace, free with joy, free with happiness, free with love. We don't want anything holding us bound. One of my favorite things is, and I want to get on the animal kick, but animals amaze me. I'm not like a big animal lover, but sometimes I just look at the birds in the sky and look how free they are, and I just think, like, even though birds, they say bird brains, like, they're not very smart animals, but I think it's just so truly amazing of how free birds are, when they are, how free birds are when they are flying in the sky. And it amazes me, because I want that freedom. I want that sense of freedom in every area of my life. I don't want to have to worry about anything. So we have to learn how to set ourselves free in our mind, and it's going to start with setting them goals. It's going to start with reaping the rewards of working hard towards squashing those goals. When I say happy new you, work towards a happier new you. You might be happy right now. I'm happy right now. Do I want to be happier? I want to be happy as happy can be. I don't ever want to stop. I don't want my joy to end. I don't want my peace to end. I don't want my finances to end. I want endless streams of abundance of everything making its way into my life forever. Even when life shows up and situations come about, I want to be able to deal with those things with having freedom in my mind, with nothing holding me bound. And I don't only want that for myself, I want that for others too. So please begin to reap the rewards of everything that you do by setting those 10 goals per week, just taking 20-30 minutes out of your day, knocking off one goal, knocking off another goal. Go about your day. We are working towards a happier new us, and we are going to reap the rewards of every single effort that we put forth to live in a happier life. It is such a great reward in it, and we don't want to miss out on it. We don't want to miss out on life and everything that God has for us. It is so much out here for us to experience, and we don't want anything to be a roadblock. And I'm talking about nothing standing in our way towards us getting towards where God has for us to be. We want nothing standing in our way, nothing holding us bound, nothing stopping us in any kind of way, not even us. Sometimes I pray to God and I ask God, Lord, please don't let me get in my own way. Don't let me be the reason why I don't obtain the level of success that I am trying to reach. Don't let me mess this up for myself. I don't want to mess it up for myself, because sometimes we can mess it up for ourselves and we don't even know it. Sometimes we think we fixing it, or we got the right plan, or we know what to do. First of all, we have to start at the source, and the source could be healing. The source could be something deep down inside of us that we have to work on so we can get closer to where we actually want to be. So start with your goals. Start squashing those goals. 10 goals per week. We are setting high standards for ourselves. We want to reach a level of elevation that we will never come down. Once it's up, it's going to stay up. We want it to stay like that forever. Things that we probably never done before, we're going to have to start to do them now. If you want something new, you got to do something new. If you want to have something that you never had, you have to do something that you never done. You got to step out the box. You got to work hard towards it. You got to change your mind about some things. You got to make your mind up and set these things into place in your mind and work hard towards obtaining these things every single day. Work hard towards a happier and more successful new you. So good luck, everyone who has chosen to join this challenge with me. I am all in. I am setting my goals. I am squashing them one by one. I am working hard to obtain and reach everything that God has for me. The reward in it is so great. There is rewards in every effort, not in just the ultimate goal, but in every step. Give yourself credit for the things that you do, just like you reward your child for doing something good, or reward your pet for not going to the bathroom on the floor, or you give them a little doggy treat. You can reward yourself. I'm so glad I ain't cursed that person out. The old me would have cursed them out. And I give myself recognition, because I used to, the old me, it wasn't nobody that I would not curse out. And I didn't care who it was, but I don't do that anymore. And when I found myself being more having more control over my mouth and my tongue and the things that came out of my mouth, I try not to curse anymore at all. I think it's ugly, especially coming from out of a woman's mouth. But the old me, I used to curse up a freaking storm, and I'm so glad. And I say, I give myself credit for that, for not just letting anything and everything come out of my mouth, for not cursing everybody out every time they get on my nerves or whatever, and just letting some things fly off of my shoulder. I reward myself for that. So set a reward system into place. Reward yourself. If no one else rewards you, give yourself credit. Don't just do it and say, I'm working hard towards a new me. Set a reward system into place too. I'm going to reward myself for the things that I'm doing, to work hard to obtain the goals that I want to reach, because the reward at the end is going to be so great. Life is going to reward you. God is going to reward you. The universe is going to reward you. You know, you praying and meditating and feeling good about yourself and squashing them goals, you will reap a reward so great, you know, and you can start by rewarding yourself. You know, there is rewards in this. It is going to be awesome. It is already. Just speak lovely things over it right now. So God bless you. I'm so glad I came to y'all with that message on today. You know, the Holy Spirit is just using me, just you know, just using me, just talking through me. This is not God. This is the things in my spirit that God wants me to say to y'all, and I am so glad that I am being obedient and just allowing myself to be free in these moments. So I hope someone is blessed by these videos. I hope someone is working hard towards obtaining a happier new them and setting them goals for yourself. Keep going, keep pushing. You are doing a fantastic job. You can do it. Just don't stop. So God bless you. Lord willing, I will be right back here tomorrow with another motivational message of the day. God bless you. Have a blessed Wednesday.